Welcome back, everyone, to our series on self-esteem, and thank you once again to Torah Anytime for posting. There's a beautiful story told about a fellow who was learning in the Siftet Tiferes Yerushalayim, and his family didn't have such a strong background, but the father was intrigued by Gemara, and he started learning on his own. And after about 3 years, he completed one blot Gemara. And he had asked if he could make a siyum, and the son said, you know what, I'll ask Rav Moshe. And Rav Moshe said to him, upon hearing the whole background and the whole situation, he said that, I've been to many siyumim in my life, but I've never been to one on one block Gemara. He should make the siyum, and I'm going to attend. And he came, and it was so beautiful, and there was a whole party, and there was wonderful food, and singing and dancing. And then that night, the father went to sleep, but in the morning he didn't wake up. And when Rav Moshe heard Rav Moshe responded, he said, wow. He said it could very well be that his whole purpose in this world was that one blot Gemara. It could be that his entire potential was to be able to accomplish that one blot Gemara. A few weeks ago in Parshas Va'era, Rashi points out that there are certain times in the Torah where it tells us, when it refers to Moshe and Aaron, it first refers to Moshe, then Aaron, and other times it refers to Aaron and then Moshe. And Rashi says the reason for that is to tell us that Moshe and Aaron were of equal significance. Don't think anyone was greater than the other. They were of equal significance. And Rav Moshe Feinstein, who we were just talking about, asks an incredible question. He says, what do you mean? We know that Moshe was greater. Aaron, of course, was incredible. He was great, but Moshe was greater. Moshe was chosen to be the leader of Klal Yisrael, to take Klal Yisrael out of Mitzrayim, and he was the younger brother. Rav Moshe Feinstein answers, and he says so beautifully. He says, because we don't determine greatness by the position that you're given. We determine greatness by the potential that you have, and if you have done what you need to in order to fulfill that potential. Moshe recognized his potential, and Aaron recognized his potential. And both of them did whatever they could to fulfill their potential. And therefore, they're of equal significance. It's so important for our self-esteem, for a person to have a very real recognition of what Ruchnius is about. Ruchnius is not about the specific position that I was put in. It's not about my IQ. It's not about the other person has more than me. It's about what is your potential. What is it that Hashem gave you? Having this very real recognition of our Ruchnius is such an important part of our self-esteem. Understanding that my purpose in this world, what Hashem wants from me, is just to fulfill my potential. It doesn't matter what somebody else's job is. It doesn't matter what somebody else's IQ is. It's all about the potential that I have and doing what I can to fulfill it. If a person has that understanding so clearly, then there's no room for low self-esteem. There's no room for a person saying, oh, I'm not good enough. Oh, that other person is better than me. Because none of that matters. In the big picture, all that makes a difference is you, the IQ that you have, the skills that you have, and the potential that you were given, and are you fulfilling that potential?